Howdy, everybody. Captain Marty Brill here. It's Tuesday, June the 11th. Got a lot to talk about. We'll give you a quick update on the Big Rock tournament and everything else that's going on. We got a kids tournament on the piers tomorrow. We'll talk to you a little bit about that as well. So stay right where you're at. I'll be right back.
Ahoy there, folks. Captain Edward Lee here, and I want to invite you aboard the Miss Oregon Inlet 2. She's a modern 60-foot head boat outfitted with the latest top-quality safety and fishing equipment. We make 3 trips per day out of the world-famous Oregon Inlet Fishing Center. Visit MissOregonInlet.com or call us today at 252-251-4314. So ditch the beach for a bit and set sail with the Miss Oregon Inlet 2.
At Fishing Unlimited on the Nags Head Manio Causeway, not only can you get stocked up with all the bait, tackle, and amenities necessary to fish, but you can also be your own captain. That's right. At Fishing Unlimited, you can rent one of their spacious pontoon boats to go fishing, crabbing, dolphin watching, or just to cruise the Roanoke Sound. It's family fun at its finest. Half-day and full-day rentals are available. Be your own captain at Fishing Unlimited on the Nags Head Manio Causeway.
So yesterday, we'll start right out talking about the Big Rock tournament. 2 blue marlin were weighed. There's 302 boats fishing. There were 35 blue marlin released, which is great. There were 2 put on the dock, a 516-pounder by the game time, a 504-pounder on the release. And what's cool about that one, that's my old buddy Ron Whitaker, one of my very favorite captains, a Hatteras, longtime Hatteras charter boat captain. The fish that was in first place, the game time, was not in the Fabulous Fisherman Prize, which is the biggest prize in the tournament. But Rom on the release was in the Fabulous Fisherman. And if that fish were to stay the biggest fish to the end of the tournament, of the boats that are in that category, he would win $1,729,750. So a good day of fishing for them down there. That's day 1. They have six days to fish, and out of those 6 days, they can fish 4, their choice. So we'll see what happens. But that's what's going on at the Big Rock. For the rest of our offshore fishing, everything stayed exactly the same. Blackfin tuna, some dolphin and wahoo down in Hatteras. Also some bottom fish every day down there. A scattered grouper, sea bass. Beeline or snapper seem to be the main thing, really. And there's still a cobia to be caught, along with some Spanish mackerel and even a few big drum for the inshore boats in Hatteras. Oregon Inlet's fishing stayed about the same too. They're picking away at some yellowfin tuna, and if you're lucky, you might catch 7 or 8 of them. There's dolphin in their catches, or mahi. Most for both fleets are mostly the smaller size, the bailers, but you can catch them quick and get on and do something else. A cobia or 2 also for the inshore boats that are still fishing, but that seems to have dropped off quite a bit. So all that's going on. As far as surf fishing, Northern Beaches, pompano, bluefish, they had some sea mullet and some Spanish mackerel. And once you get down, let's say down to Cape Point and further south, actually, pompano, they had some sheephead and Spanish mackerel down that way. So that was all good. And the backside of Hatteras Island for our boat and wade fishermen has been good too, with some nice trout, some bluefish, some puppy drum, and occasionally a big drum. So you want to keep that in mind. And don't forget, today is a good day to look into taking your kids fishing tomorrow, Wednesday. The Fritz Boyd Memorial Youth Fishing Tournament will be going on the 4 piers north of Oregon Inlet, not Hatteras Island, but north of Oregon Inlet. They are going to fish from 8 in the morning till 12 noon. Now, this is a kids fishing tournament. It's free. You can take your kids out there. You can sign up. They got about $1,500 in prizes, a lot of fishing tackle, shirts, things like that. And for more information, you can go on Facebook to the Nags Head Youth Fishing Tournament. That's where you find it on Facebook. So that's going on as well. And again, it's a good way to take a kid on the pier and let them fish for free for half a day. So keep that in mind. Make sure you understand the rules, how all that stuff goes. We're going to take a short break right here, and then I'll come back to tell you about Soundside Fishing.
I'm sitting here with Captain Andy Ennis of Old North State Charters. And Andy, it seems as if you catch fish or you crash your boat trying to catch fish.
Well, Justin, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. When I get on my boat in the morning, it reeks of excellence. No one can hang with my stuff. I'm just a big old hairy American fishing machine. If you ain't first, you're last. Check out what I do online at oldnorthstatefishing.com. If you want to catch some fish, let's go.
Really, the Soundside fishing's been pretty good. We had a speckled trout bite consistently all through the spring and now up into almost this official start of summer. Speckled trout bite is, well, it's more in the middle to eastern sound. I said that yesterday. Seems like there's still a few to be caught over on the western sound, but the bite is a little bit slower now, and some of the locals there think the fish have moved over towards the beach like they do this time of year. So that's the main thing that is going on back in the sound. But we're going to have, it looks like, another summer of great sheephead fishing. If you have a boat and a shovel, you can go out and do some really good sheephead fishing. The shovel is used to knock the barnacles off the pilings, which is like a free chum, and those sheephead love it. There's a little bit of an art to it, but it's one of the fisheries that seem to be increasing in numbers. That's a good thing because they're a great eating fish and a very hard fighting fish. So you can catch a few of them when you get tired of speckled trout fishing. There's still puppy drum and bluefish, a few black drum in the sound. There's more to be had, and there's plenty of opportunities for wade fishing. I mentioned the backside of Hatteras Island, meaning along the sound shore, behind the tri-villages, and anywhere you can find a place to get out onto the sound side, put on some old tennis shoes and go out there, especially if you have a popping cork set up with a grub on the back. Ask any tackle shop to rig you up. It's really neat technology. It's really old school actually, but you can you put a cork and then you put 3 or 4 leader behind it or so, and then what I used to call a trout tout, but a jig head with a grub on the back of it, and you just bob it underneath the cork, and the cork makes a noise which sounds like shrimp or something in distress. Up comes the fish and you get a bite. It's really a neat way to fish for a lot of things, especially speckled trout. So that's what's going on in the sound. That's what's going on offshore. We'll keep you posted on what's happening at the Big Rock, and thanks for stopping by.